Hey guys, it's Ed, and it's Wednesday, and you know what that means? It's Q&A time! Alright. Yes, last week we all presented you all with a task to send us all questions and what you want to know about us, and uh yeah, so that's what we're doing. You all saw what the boys did, Greg, Derek, and Steve, and their questions, and well, now it's my turn. So why don't we get right on it? I brought up Google Docs because I'm a lazy fucker, and uh, yeah. So we're just gonna go through them and see what I can answer. Of course, my question's right at the top of the list, but that was for everybody else. I pretty much said, what would your go-to comfort food be? Uh, for me, for me personally, it would be cherry cheesecake. Yes, New Year, or yeah, it would definitely be cherry cheesecake because I've always, anytime I'm in a bad mood or have had a bad day, it would definitely be cherry cheesecake. So that's one way to my heart. So and from Tio Fane, how has the lockdown affected your relationships? Well, aside from y'all know that I'm in a relationship, kind of. It's hard to say. Joe and I are BFFs. Um, we used to be partners, lovers, husbands, whatever. But like I said before in the past, that he and I get along a lot better as friends than we did as partners. So that's going, you know, and we've been, let's see, since let's see, 32. I was 32 when we met. I am now 52. So, and we're still living together, and we're still hanging out together and doing stuff together, watching movies together, having dinner together, doing all that. Just not without all the fun bits. Now, some of you may or may not know, I also have a cub, another partner named Dan, and we're still in a relationship as well. It's just a little harder for us because he lives in Mexico, so it's harder for him to come down or up. Uh, but he and we talk every day. We even play games together online when we get the chance, when our schedules allow it. But he and I are still very much in love, and we have seen each other through a lot of things. Let me slow down my roll a little bit. But yeah, Dan is my cub, and I would go to the ends of the earth for him if I could. Uh, so yeah, that's where we're sitting there. So yes, I guess you could consider us a. I mean, it used to be me, Joe, and Dan. So we were in a polyamorous relationship. So yeah, the more you know. Uh, that was from Teofane. Da, 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 da. And Sly asked if I were in an open relationship, and do you believe closed mono poly relationships can still last in this age between gay people? Yes, I thoroughly believe that poly and monogamous relationships work. I do believe that. I mean, hell, I just said Dan and I are still together. We're in an open poly relationship, and I guess with Joe, like I said, it's more of more of a friendship, BFF relationship. But I believe they totally work. I mean, look at Greg, Derek, and Steve, for God's sake. They're too adorable for words. Too adorable for words. That was from, who was that from? That was from Sly. He also asks, well, what side of the bed do I sleep on? Well, I always sleep on the right side. On my right side, because it's more comfortable for me. I always have a more difficult time if I'm sleeping on my left side. I could never get comfortable, and I also have to take into account my dog. So yes, I do sleep with someone, and it's my dog. And he takes up, like, he's a small dog, but he'll take up 3/4 of the bed if he could get away with it. Let's see. This one's from Sly 2. He asks if you could make just one fantasy into reality with the snap of your fingers. Which fantasy would that be? Well, mine's kind of vanilla. It's I want my own studio. I want space to work. I want the soundboard and the audio equipment and the good cameras and the microphones and just a big studio for me to sprawl out, do my Twitch, do my YouTube, do my audio stories, and be comfortable. Because right now I am in a really cramped space, and it takes a lot of work for me to look this good. All right. So yeah, that would be my fantasy. I know you were expecting something else, but no, no. Oh, this one's from Derek. Derek asks, what would your playlist be of the? Oh, what would be your playlist of the gay anthems from your early gay years? Well, lots of Madonna. Madonna, Wham, but Madonna would be Vogue, of course. Express Yourself. There was also D-Light. I don't know if y'all remember D-Light, Groove is in the Heart. Michael Jackson, I know, you can dance to that, of course. I'm trying to remember the name of the song that I really, really like. Scream, when he did the duet with his sister, Janet. So that would be part of my playlist. So we got Wham, we got Madonna, we got Michael Jackson, we got D-Light, we got B-52s. I love the B-52s. Yeah, so, I mean, it would be a mix, much like currently. I whatever just pops in my head. Yeah. What was that? I'm trying to remember the name of the song, but D-Light was always my favorite. Their one hit that I really liked was Groove is in the Heart. And I every time that song came on, I was out on the dance floor. Yeah. Okay. Pup Pudge asks if we could be dogs, or if I could be a dog, what breed would I be? Tough one, because, well, I kind of see myself as more of the protective dad type, protecting my younglings, or my cubs and my pups. I would probably be a Doberman. I would be a Doberman. But I've also been known to really be really derpy, so and just way out there, so probably a golden retriever or a Dalmatian. Yeah. He also asks, would you ever consider doing a podcast? Well, I have done a podcast. Well, it was more of a call-in radio show when I was when I was going to school in Dayton, getting my degree in communications. I hosted a not TV, no, not TV. It was a radio show. I had a radio slot from noon until 4, which was when my classes would start. So, people would present me with questions, people would come in and sit with me and talk, and I would play music and do all that. So, I have done that before, and I used to have a ton of fun with it. Now I'm doing Twitch, so I have grown with the times. What are ways you are dealing with the pandemic? Well, who's it? This is still Pup Pudge. Ways I'm dealing with the pandemic. I am doing a lot of gaming. I am, on Twitch a lot. But taking my time out to talk to Joe and hang out with Joe and make sure he's okay and make sure, we're hanging in there. We both had our shots. We're on our second dose. So hopefully in a couple weeks he and I can go out and do some things like we used to do, like going to the flea markets and Goodwill and going out to lunch and doing all the things like we used to do. So yeah. Sandy, oh my gosh. What moment was your gay awakening? The moment you realized you were gay? Well, that's kind of difficult for me to answer. So I really don't have a clue. I would say when I first saw Dan Haggerty and the full beard and the hair and the chest hair, and I knew there was something there. And then of course there was Richard Karn from Home Improvement. Yeah, I would say that awoken something in me. James. J. Castleart. James. Why are the men of the den so handsome? You got me. They're all sexy as hell. I mean, any number of them I would be happy to hang out with and do unspeakable naughty things to. But yeah, it's inevitable. They're all beautiful men. They are. They are. And Greg asks, what collections do you have? Yes. No, I'm kidding. What collections do I have? You can't really see it from this angle, but I collect Hot Wheels. Any Hot Wheels that I like that may be unique or have a cool paint job or maybe are a defect. Because sometimes you'll find some with defects, so I collect those and double printings and misprintings. And I also collect a couple of DC things because I am a Batman. I love Batman and Wonder Woman. I even have a Hot Wheels collection that has a set of 5, I want to say set of 5 cars autographed by, oh man, I can't remember the dude's name, but he did a lot of comic book art for DC Comics. So I have an autographed edition Hot Wheels collection, 50th anniversary. Yeah. So yeah. And, Wonder Woman and Batman and Ghostbusters and Back to the Future. So I am a big old nerd. But mostly Hot Wheels. I would say not all my Hot Wheels are hanging up in my room. but I would say my most, I have a, I really need to catalog them because, oh dear Lord, I keep picking them up because they're like $1. Unless you get like the special edition ones, like the Batcopter, which was like $5 because it's about that big. So, and the Star Wars Millennium Falcon and the TIE Fighter, they're pretty big too. So those would cost a little more, but Star Wars: A New Hope. Let me specify. I also have a couple of Beatles Hot Wheels. But I have a Cruella de Vil car for Hot Wheels. I have I have various Batmobiles from each of the movies and the series, the animated series, the original series. I have Scooby Doo. I have the Mystery Machine. Joe got me. It's about yay big. So yeah. So does that answer your question? Oh goodness. And yeah, that's it. That's it, guys. So yeah, I hope that cleared some things up for y'all. This was interesting. This was a lot of fun. So I guess that's gonna be it for me. Keep tuned to the channel because Ken and Phil are going to do theirs. We'll see what they have to say. So, until next time, y'all, this is Ed. Y'all be good, stay safe. I love you, and I will be seeing you. Mwah. Bye, guys.